Hey YouTube, welcome back to the video. My name is Derailleur, and before I start the video, I just want to say this is going to be a completely different style of my regular content. As you guys know, I mostly do gaming videos, and I'm currently doing a new series that I don't think you guys really seen out. Games that make me go grr. That is the brand new series I'm doing on the channel, and it's going alright. I mean, I'm going to try supporting it more. I think I'm going to do a certain game next. I'll talk about that maybe in, I don't know, in the next video. But yeah. Today, we are doing a commentary slash movie review of my most anticipated film of the year, which is going to be The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into this. Of course, this is going to be a non-spoiler review because I don't want to spoil the experience for anybody. I will, in fact, be posting a spoiler review sometime next week. So, let's just get right into the movie, not the movie review. So, The Batman is one of, or is the best Batman movie ever made. It's one of or the best Batman movie ever made. I cannot decide. It's either this or The Dark Knight. Like this is on par on quality of The Dark Knight, which basically explains how good the movie is. Because The Dark Knight is a fantastic Batman movie, and before this probably was the best Batman movie. I don't know. I'm still 50-50 with one I like more and prefer, but oh my god, this movie is incredible. So we're gonna start off with talking about Batman himself, Robert Pattinson Batman, aka the Twilight Boy Batman, whatever you want to call him. But one thing for sure, he is the Batman. He is a really, really brutal Batman, and I think that's a good thing because you have to remember this is only his second year of being the Batman, and over the course of the movie, you can see him grow. He's not perfect. Like he has some flaws. Like I'm not gonna get into specific examples, but he it's just like some of his gadgets. He doesn't really know how to kind of use them properly. I was at least for one of them. I'm not gonna tell you what one, but I'm saying like spoilers, but it's not really a big spoiler. But anyway, so yeah, you can just see him like just learning how to become like the Batman that we all know. Like he is not a perfect Batman, and I think that's one of the things that I really really did like about this Batman. I liked how it was only his second year, and he wasn't perfect. I think that was a really really unique change that I really did like about this movie. Like it really just emphasized like how like the growth of Batman, and I think that was really great. Also he is ridiculously smart in this movie. Like you when you get to the clues from the trailer, you can see like the envelopes and the Riddler leaves and like the cards and stuff. Like he just solves the riddles like that. Like he just knows the answer like 20 seconds. And I think that's amazing. I love how it's just kind of like a slow burn mystery film. That's basically what it is. It's basically a mystery film with some horror and some Batman elements into it. Like you got your action scenes, and I just loved it. Also, Robert Pattinson has the best Batman voice, or one of the best ones. He is, like I said, the Batman. Okay, now let's talk about the second best character in the movie, Paul Dano's Riddler. And he is amazing. I really do like the Riddler. He's actually pretty horrifying in this movie. Like I said, a lot of the horror elements from this movie do come from the Riddler. Like, so I'm gonna describe him. He's kind of like a makeshift jigsaw on some of the ways that he actually like goes and kills his victims. Because as you guys know, he is basically based off a serial killer. I said thriller. But you know what I mean. So, yeah, and one of the things that definitely surprised me in this movie is the Riddler is kind of goofy. Like I'm being serious. Like he is kind of like goofy in a way. Like he has that classic Riddler trait for him, where he can be serious, but he can also be like kind of wacky sometimes. And I really, really did like that. Like I thought, oh, it's like this really, really serious Riddler performance by Paul Dano. But we did get that. We also got a little bit of the goofy side of the Riddler, which I really liked. Like for example, not really a spoiler because he tells in the trailer. He FaceTimes Batman in the movie multiple times, and some of the dialogue and there was, or it's like the noises they make are just kind of like funny in a way because you can kind of see like that. I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I mean. If you've seen the movie, like he just he's twisted in the head. He's a serial killer. Obviously, he's like there's a psychological element to that. He is horrifying, but also kind of goofy at the same time, and that's what I love about the Riddler. Amazing, and yeah. Riddler is definitely the second best character in the entire movie. Paul Dano did such a good job. He really did. Okay, now I'm gonna talk a little bit about Catwoman now. She was played by Zoe Kravitz in this movie, and she isn't the most like intense Catwoman that we have seen, but she is a really good Catwoman. I did like her performance. I of course really did like the chemistry between Batman and Catwoman. I did like how they kind of touched upon the relationship in this movie. And honestly, all the villains, by the way, I talked about this. I didn't talk about this. All the villains feel like they belong there. They don't feel overcrowded. They all feel like they belong there. And Catwoman, it was really good. I wish you could get a little bit of more screen time because really heavily marketing the trailers, but I didn't. That's just that's something personal. Same thing with like Penguin. I'll talk about Penguin a little bit. I wish him and Catwoman got a little bit more screen time. I'm not saying that they didn't have not a lot of screen time, because trust me, they have a good chunk of screen time, but at least we got more. But Penguin's getting his own HBO Max series spin-off thing, so I'm very excited about that. And for Catwoman, the way they to the movie, I can definitely see her coming back for like a sequel or something. Who knows? But yeah, honestly, really did like Catwoman. She was great. Now let's talk a little bit of Penguin and Carmine Falcone. Carmine Falcone is really good in the movie as well, and I liked him. Like he's just like this really like he's just this mafia boss, and he is like the head of the mafia boss people. I don't know how to say it, but like he kind of was really good at this movie. I did like Carmen Falcone. And Penguin, once again, I loved him. The whole chase with the Batmobile with him was incredible. That whole Batmobile chase, that was the best action sequence in the entire movie. Like, oh my god, I loved it. I loved the action. That Batmobile is amazing as well. But yeah, Penguin by Colin Farrell. You can't even tell that's Colin Farrell. Like I'm still in disbelief that that is Colin Farrell that is playing the Penguin. Like he looks nothing like Penguin looks nothing like Colin Farrell. Like the prosthetics were so good in the movie, and honestly, I'm really happy about that. Like I'm happy that they did such a good job with the Penguin in this movie, and he didn't get that much screen time, like I said. But you know the character enough, like from your background knowledge, to actually like you feel like he's not just thrown in there as like a side character. Like he's a side character, but he feels like he's a part of the main story. Where he actually like is there for a reason. And I just really did like that about the movie. And now let's talk about like a little bit of like some of the things that besides the characters I liked. I liked the atmosphere of Gotham City. It is a dark and depressing city. And I just really liked that. I like the visuals. I do kind of like how the Gotham. It kind of reminded me of the Gotham Arkham Knight in a way. Like it was just in the Arkham series in a way, but like either way, it's just very dark and gritty, and I loved that a lot. I do like the atmospheric grading and lighting of Gotham. Of course, there were some amazing shots in this film. Like some of the cinematography that was in this movie is incredible, and a good example is like once again in the trailers when Batman when he defeats Penguin, you can see him slowly walk into the car. That is such a beautifully shot scene right there. That honestly, I can just put that. I can just take a picture of that. What I'm saying, I'm doing that. I can just take a picture of that and put it on my wall. Like it is so good. Like so many scenes like that. I can just like take a picture of it and frame it. Like it is so good. So yeah, I've been talking a lot about this movie, but I did kind of go in depth with all the characters, so not really in depth, but yeah. Uh, I will say this: there is kind of an end credits. There's an end credit, but it's not a scene. And I wouldn't. I mean, if you want to stay for it, you can stay for it, but I wouldn't really recommend staying for it. It's just something. It's like something cool just to stay for. But like, yeah. Honestly, the Batman, it surpassed all my expectations. By the way, I really tried to pass that. Every single expectation I had for the Batman was surpassed. It lived up to the hype, just like Spider-Man No Way Home did. Like it was incredible, and yeah, honestly, I'm gonna give the Batman a solid 10 out of 10 movie, and you should go watch it as soon as possible. Like I'm being serious. Get your tickets now. It is such a good movie. You still get it from AMC because the prices are like they're raised. Just go to like your local theater. if it's AMC, just try getting to a nice time that's like not as expensive. So yeah, I'll see you all next time. Peace out. Bye.